Mikal Bridges post game. Let's see what he says.
Down early, second out of a back-to-back. What changed this game and allowed you guys to take over?
Just staying with it, man. You know, they came out, you know, going fast and pressuring us, and you know, we didn't let that bother us. You know, we just stayed with it and just kept playing the whole 48 minutes, and that's what we did.
Great game tonight, man.
Thanks, man.
When you went home, 3 for 16, 1 of 9. What impact has that had on you?
A lot. I don't know. I think a lot of it comes from just not just shooting the ball. I think I just wasn't playing how I was supposed to be playing. I think I wasn't coachable enough. I don't know what it was. Maybe I felt too much entitlement, but just had to kind of talk to myself a little bit about it and just be coachable, be the best team I can be, and then, you know, let basketball speak for itself.
Well, you responded incredibly well. What's it like to be Mikal Bridges in the third quarter where you've got 19 points and you've taken over the game? What does that feel like?
Just my teammates, man. Just feeding off the energy from everybody on the court, everybody on the bench. You know, they give me that energy, and I just trying to play for them.
You guys started the game. They went on a 7-0 run. You called a timeout. Third quarter, you were languishing. Where did that energy come from, man? All of a sudden, it became contagious.
Yeah, you just had to find it. You know, it was tough early. You know, I feel like we were running in mud in the beginning. But once, you know, get them legs going and that competitive spirit come out there, you know, you feel like they started to punk us a little bit, kind of piss us off a little bit, and then we just kept going.
Mikal Bridges, congratulations on a very impressive win.
Thank you.
Nice. And that's Mikal Bridges. You heard him. He said, I'm trying to be more coachable. You know, listening to the criticism it looks like from his teammates. Obviously, he responded. We haven't seen a stretch like this, you know, back-to-back games from Mikal Bridges since earlier in the season. AllBall. What are your thoughts on Mikal Bridges post game interview?
I got to give him kudos for holding himself accountable. He's correct, and now when he says that, we have the whole locker room that's like that. This is why, you know, we look how we look for most of the games, where we don't look like we're in sync. There's no chemistry. It's like everybody just going for self. I think OG feels the same way. I think Cat, Brunson, Josh Hart. I think our whole starting five. And I also think at times Mitchell Robinson, these guys need to get off their high horse and understand there should be one common goal, and that's win a championship. It shouldn't be everybody has their own little thing going on. You listen, it's a team sport. That selfish way of playing basketball only works if you Mike or Kobe. That shit, you ain't none of you niggas Mike or Kobe. So, you know, for him to realize that and say, okay, I got to be able to be coached. I got to get off my high horse. Listen, these guys getting big money. You just imagine what they're hearing, right? Us as Knicks fans, us as fans, we every day saying how great these guys are. So some of these guys really think they can be, you know, the leader of a team. Some of these guys really think they could be the best player on a team. Bridges may think he's better than Brunson or Cat or OG. Remember, there was rumors that OG's complaining about wanting more touches. These guys got to let their egos go, and these guys got to understand we are here for one common goal. You guys are here to do a job. Do your job. So I got to give him credit for, you know, taking responsibility. But him saying that, if he feels like that, I think everybody else feels the same way. And that's why I say that players only meeting, hopefully that sparks something. But it starts with Brunson. Bro, hold yourself accountable, be a leader, and get everybody together. But I'm glad that he said it, because now we see why we've been looking how we've been looking. Like, there's no way in the world you have all this talent and it's not coming together. So I just think, you know, I'm glad he said that.
That was super incredible. East Blue drew a great point. When Mike Brown sat down Mikal Bridges the other day at the end of the fourth quarter, it woke him up. Mikal Bridges was benched several times by Tom Thibodeau last year in the fourth quarter, several fourth quarters. So maybe he was soaking about it. But he has responded the last two games. And again, accountability. We haven't heard Cat say that. And this was the first thing out of Mikal Bridges' mouth, or one of the first things that he said in a post-game interview. It just seems sincere. You know, it's one thing to hold yourself accountable. You're just going to, you know, everybody knows these athletes are trained. They're PR training. They know what to say. They're taught what to say, because you have to deal with the media, and we understand it because of the backlashes. You might say something that gets interpreted the wrong way, and none of us want to feel that way, you know, feel that pressure. But for you to put the pressure on yourself and announce it. Clearly, I think this is more than Mike Brown. You have teammates that you've known for over 10 years now. These guys know they're damn near childhood friends, college buddies, and they grow up together. They've grown up talking to each other, as grown men. These guys are married and they've been through so many phases of life. Who else can check you? They spoke to you. Mike Brown might have said X, Y, Z, but maybe it didn't hit right. Maybe you took it the wrong way. And maybe it was Brunson, maybe it was Hart, maybe it was somebody else on the team. You got Diawara, who looks up to Mikal Bridges and specifically said, looks at Mikal Bridges' game, if I'm not mistaken. Diawara looks at Mikal Bridges' game to study and to copy and mimic and hopefully have some success in the league. So he's not an elder statesman, but he's a veteran at this point. A guy, again, like we said, second in defensive player of the year several years ago on their way, to the finals appearance with the Phoenix Suns. It's great to see another player take on the leadership role, at least from that standpoint. Lead yourself. At the very least, lead yourself. And it was great to see him. The scoring is obvious. When you score 30 points, it's going to stand out in the box score. But when you watch the game, it looked like he was just comfortable. And we haven't seen him be this comfortable in a long time, AllBall.
But also, he said something, too, that I love. He said, tired of getting punked.
Right.
And I think not only on the court, but off the court. These guys hear platforms, whether they hear Knicks Rehab or not, but they are in tune. Social media runs the world. So, these guys are hearing what's going on. They see what people are saying about them. They hear the trade rumors. They hear the disrespect, right? And then on the court, the other disrespect. So, him just saying, yo, just tired of being punked. Listen, I love that because at the end of the day, what we said the other day, we can't keep blaming the coaches.
Right.
Seriously. Like I get if a coach, doesn't have a certain strategy or he keeps a bad lineup out there, but that coach ain't out there playing defense. That coach ain't out there helping y'all miss shots. That coach ain't out there on the floor punking y'all. No, the opposition is punking y'all. So I love that he said that as well. And hopefully that infects the whole team in a positive way. Because I really think, the problem with our Knicks roster is I think everybody has their own agenda. And Josh Hart alluded to that before. Like, yo, y'all got to put that shit to the side. Seriously. Y'all guys got y'all money, all the individual accolades and all the individual numbers and because it shows on the court. There's no camaraderie. There's no teammanship. There's none of that. There's no chemistry. It's just guys are just out there. So, I think hopefully tonight was a sign of just coming together and just trying to have that one thing in common, and that's win a championship.
You know what this is. Knicks Rehab. Knicks Rehab, y'all.